Master Rajesh for that great introduction. Good morning. I'd like to have an
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy morning.
happy morning, Mita. That was a very nice way of telling. I think I know some mothers are carrying their children to badminton courts, preparing them for project work. I'm taking that precious time and spending on Sunday morning. It's a bit tough. I really appreciate each one of you for your multitasking. See, that is what it is all about in life. Many times we get into that, and we are here today for one more multitasking session. I know 69 people minus one, that is me, 68 people are focused on multiple things, correct? So today we will see one more thing which you can do in your life called club mentoring. I'll take this 40-50 minutes of your precious time to share some of the insights what we have gained over a period of time on how you manage a new club and how it matters in terms of creating a sustainable club. So for those who do not know what is a district mission, I would be pulling out our Madhusudan and PQD Madhu and Vidyut for sharing the district mission. Can you repeat?
We build new clubs and support existing clubs in achieving excellence.
Thank you. So this is very, very important for us in terms of keeping that mission the main thing. The main thing is building new clubs. And today we need to build new clubs for empowering individuals across the world. Across the world means across our District 92 world. We have a lot of opportunities coming up today, and we have an opportunity to do it with style. So when we learn this new club mentoring as a process, how we need to do, why we need to do, and what are the things which we can gain from that, definitely we will be in a position to establish a strong club. It may be a President Distinguished Club or a Golden Gavel Club as per Toastmasters District 92 parlance. To start with, we'll have some of the topics which I would like to cover. So we'll go through that one by one. Mentoring, it's like elbowed, no? You are sitting next to an learner in a car. So it is just you need to see, you don't have brake, probably you may have brake if you are having a regular well-fitted driving car. Sometimes you may not have, and you need to drive along with that particular person. It is not to undermine the efforts of the learner, but you may need to give the right inputs. Whenever our folks in India travel to US, you know who they get that learning classes from? The person who has traveled earlier, their friends or family members. Unfortunately, what will happen is they would have learned something from their friends and family members earlier, and the original requirements they would not know. So it is always better to have a good mentoring session from a driving class or a driving session where you will know what is the pitfalls in driving safely. Likewise, in clubs, we have a mentor who need to know what exactly the clubs need to do, and you need to share that throughout the journey of the club mentoring process. So can anyone tell what is the qualification for a new club mentor? You can open your mics, open your videos. I would like to see your beautiful faces, even though it's a Sunday morning. It's maybe a dirty Sunday morning. It's okay. So you can still open your face. See, Madhu and me, we are all looking groomed on up to that stage, right? So we do not know. You see also, but Vidyut also. I know I saw him a couple of hours back in that gully with shorts. Now he's full dressed. So it's all possible. Yeah. Sangeeta, thank you, Madam Sangeeta. Yeah, can you tell what will be a requirement for a club mentor? You can unmute and speak.
Yeah, sure. So I'm not sure about it. So that's why I'm like looking for this session as a club mentor, because I know as a mentor, but as a club mentor, what all to guide, I'm not sure about it. Maybe like how to expand the club, how to sustain the club and all. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? I look DTM Karthikeyan having a cup of coffee and then
Are you talking about the eligibility? Then Boopathy, I think he should be a member and at least a year of experience. Plus, he should have taken few XCOM roles in the past 1 or 2 years.
excellent. Well summarized. That's what is the basic criteria. If you have done an VP education and VP membership, that would be a good way to start with for a club mentor. Even if president is also okay, but at least this two roles, it's kind of a minimum which will support you in your journey of mentoring. So as you see here, a mentor is a person who knows and shares the expertise and knowledge with one or more people with less experience. So in this case, the less experience is the people who are coming together to charter this particular club. So what is that in it for that mentor? Why you need to take that mentorship role? That is a question every mentor will ask, right? He gains a lot of benefits, So that expertise sharing itself is kind of a learning for him, and he is going to grow. And he can translate that values and strategies into creative actions and productive actions. So that is where you see how your vision is transferred to others. And you are a valuable leader, and you can prove that. Obviously, the people who are around 65 people are all valuable leaders here, and they have an opportunity to prove themselves by becoming a club mentor. And we are investing in the future of not Toastmasters alone, the future of this world. The future needs good leaders, and that is where this important activity of club mentoring is very much required. And you can obtain fresh perspectives when you are interacting with multiple people. And particularly when you are having a diverse audience, you will see that. Our Toastmaster Alok is finding a challenge in getting them together. That is what I am trying to see. Influence without authority is the one which you can practice. So that is one thing which you will be in a position to see, hey, why I am not seeing the same thing like other person, correct? Say, for example, if I show this finger, what do you think, Mr. Alok? You can unmute and speak.
Sir, I cannot see your finger.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see now. Yeah. So some authoritative, we are trying to say like authoritative, you are at an authoritative position.
Authoritative position.
Yeah.
Close to DTM Venu.
Yeah, it is like just obey my order.
Obey my order. So it's just in one finger, that's all. So in some schools, they have a different way of telling for going to restaurant. Some way they have. Sanjeev, you have something to share? Okay. So different people have different perspectives, and when you are in the formation of a club and you are going to mentor, you will have different perspectives. My perspective and your perspective need not match. That's what our DTM Gauri said just a few minutes back. And you can build your teamwork skills. This is one of the greatest way of building your own teamwork skills. So when you are looking out for team building outside your Toastmasters, this is a practice ground for you. So you can practice. How do I bring together some team members and support you? And you can apply leadership skills in new situations. I will tell the situations how it will be, and you will know. And finally, the coveted title of DTM. That is where all it tapers down to for many of us, right? So the why portion, if you know, and you become a better person, and you know why you are doing what you are doing. And how do you get that? It is a simple process. When the club charters, the district director or club director, they appoint you as a club mentor along with one more person, and they will put the application to organize, and then they will do it within 60 days of the club chartering. So this is the process, how it is a club mentor is appointed. And when I say the team approach, you need to work closely with the sponsor. The sponsor is a person who identifies the leads and sometimes follows up with the lead and helps chartering the club. So probably, I believe Toastmaster Alok may be a sponsor for that particular club. I do not know. But still, the team, the club mentor need to work with the other members to charter and see that how we can generate interest and enthusiasm among the members who have signed up for. And we can support in all the documentation. That's what it is. So I like this particular proverb or saying that it takes an entire village to make one individual, right? So one individual itself, it takes an entire village. Imagine for the club, if at all you need to bring so many people together, it's very, very tough task, very, very tough task. And it is very true that you may need to work with many individuals. Can you tell what are the teams you may need to work with when you are working with a corporate club and you are a new club mentor, whom you may need to work with? Can anyone list it out? Open your mics and tell, or put it in chat box.
Yes, I would like to share my experience because I'm going.
You can
through
tell
this
one
process.
word or two words. Who are all the people you will be working with? Learning and development team, excellent. HR team, okay. Who else? HR, okay.
Sourcing and finance.
Sourcing and finance, probably, yeah. And you may need to work with individual in your own Toastmasters club, right? So you may need to work with many Toastmasters, AD and DD, DVD, correct? So your club chairs will be there, club mentoring chairs. They will also be there to support you in terms of new clubs, correct? So there will be multiple members you will be working out. Totally, they will be there to support you, and you need to utilize their services to take that support for your journey. So when you are in that mode, it requires a lot of patience and perseverance. So Toastmaster Venu and me, we worked for one Indo-MIM club last year. So it took a lot of efforts from our end to bring them on track and get them that kind of an support. Today, I am very happy that that club is kind of surviving and doing very well. So that is all because of our patience and perseverance, right? There are multiple resources. Don't think that you are alone. There are multiple resources available in Toastmasters website. You can see that see that helpful resources. You can see for club mentoring, what are the things you may need. And the beauty of Toastmasters is its structure. The structure of this entire program is listed out in detail, and you can just follow. A simple English awareness is good enough for you to complete a club chartering. And you need to know how your distinguished club program progress you need to review, and you may need to know how to download certain forms and documents. Some administrative tasks like filing your club officer name, conducting their elections, and how do you use the magazines, the leader letter, and the news magazine which comes on, monthly magazine that comes with from Toastmasters. Those are all the resources which will definitely help you in terms of mentoring this particular club. As an official duty, you have to ensure the club is strong and fully functional, and officers understand their duties and have the tools they need to perform. Very, very important. I believe for excellence, 3 things are required. 3 C's I call: clarity, commitment, and communication. If you know what you're doing, you'll be very clear and you'll be going and executing your task easily. And in terms of commitment, it's kind of a commitment you give to yourself. Hey, I'm going to spend 1.5 hours or 2 hours every week for a club which I do not know where it was in previous week, correct? And you are going to commit for that time from others, get the commitment from others who can support you. It is practically not possible for you to commit for every week. Some medical emergencies may come, certain professional commitments may come. At that time, how do you manage, how do you sustain that your club is taken care of? That is how you build relationship and you become a valuable leader. When you are having these 2 C's, and you may need to communicate in the right frequency. You cannot ping overnight, midnight, hey, what is that plan tomorrow? we are going to meet tomorrow. Can you send me the agenda now? Overnight, you cannot ask that. So that is not in fair communication. So with the right frequency, okay, end of the week, you tell, okay, for the following week, you have a meeting. Can you tell who are all going to take the roles? And I'll be supporting with my club members and my fellow Toastmasters. I'll bring them. We'll have a great meeting. So that is how we build a relationship, and the communication is very important in terms of a club mentor. Without communication, it is very, very difficult to sustain a club. Sometimes the club mentors go missing. After appointment, they go missing and they are incommunicado, right? They become suddenly not reachable. Their WhatsApp status will be there online and Facebook will be there online, but they will not be reachable. And poor guys will be waiting, hey, where I need to get this running. And HR will be furious. What? I wanted my learning and development program successful. These Toastmasters, we enrolled them and they are not supporting us. So everyone will have different expectations. And for meeting the expectation, one simple, straightforward requirement is transparency in communication. When you are transparent enough, you will be in a position to build a lot of trust among the stakeholders with whom you are working. And definitely there will be a great path towards excellence. So that is what the 3 C's which I mentioned: clarity, commitment, and communication. And remember this clarity, when I say, you should be knowing what you're doing. If you know how you need to perform in district role, or sorry, a club role, the same thing you should be in a position to demonstrate in the new club as well. So that is how you build that particular trust. Oh, I can trust this member, this mentor. He has given all the inputs, what is required for us, and we will take his support for our growth journey. So please remember, this is a kind of an official duties for you. And the first and foremost, you may need to give the choice to the club when you are starting your journey, what they want to do. Some clubs, they have the invocation song. Some clubs, they pledge to the flag. We pledge to that. It is all in US, they pledge to that flag. And some clubs take oath on behalf of the king in UK and some of other countries. And you can decide on meeting venue type, whether it's a hybrid, online, or in person. So please remember, it is club's choice. So it is not mentoring choice. Hey, I am available only on Wednesday and Thursday. Can you meet on those days? That would work in reverse. So that may not be a good thing to have. You can give some options. You can ask some options. Hey, can you give some 2 or 3 options and provide us that particular options where we can support you effectively. So if you have some certain kind of time restrictions, please tell them before you are signing up for this particular role with your CGD and DD. Because once you are appointed, it's very difficult for us to process that change in club mentor. We can do it, but within 90 days of that, we need to close that change. And then you can see what are the different awards and what are the different ways of recognizing a good meeting, that you can give that choice to the club. This is one thing which you may need to work with your VP education, and it is all about preparation. Preparation. It starts with a club agenda, who will take the roles, what they will do, and invite some other club members or Toastmasters, your own club members, which is a sponsoring club, right? So that sponsoring club can come and support in terms of planning the club meetings, where they will give the ideas and tools for meeting. Say some clubs use Easy Speak as a tool. Some clubs use simple Excel sheet. Some people use a Google. Some use a SharePoint links. Different ways of gathering these ideas and putting the agenda together. It is a very, very important requirement for quality club meeting. It's kind of a cycle, right? Quality clubs meetings will be starting from members, and it is kind of a cycle. Any one chain is broken, you will have difficulty in terms of making a good club. So it is all interlinked. The quality mentoring is equal to quality club is equal to quality meeting, and it will get quality membership as well. So ultimately, everyone will be benefited in this journey if you prepare and plan for your meetings well. A quick check here again. How many of you have challenges in rolling out your agenda one day ahead of the club meeting? You guys can be very honest. Just to be, I'm not going to review this recording again because only probably Madhu and some others will be recording. You can show your hands. There are 63 people in this room. You can show your hands. How many of you have challenges in having the agenda of your meeting one day before the club meeting? Right? So there are multiple hands that have gone up. It is true. It is true for a regular club. That itself is a big challenge. Imagine if it is a new club, the challenge will be multifold. The challenge will be multifold. And they will not be sure, hey, should I take that role? Should I do this role? I do not know how to do. All those questions will come. You need to give that assurance. You need to give that kind of a comfort to them, saying that, hey, you can do it. Toastmasters is the safest place to make mistakes. Correct? So you come and make all the mistakes you want to do it in life, you do it here. And no, not really. So you can do only the club related mistakes. You can do that and you can be comfortable with that. And you say that you can finalize all that 1 week ahead itself. By the end of the meeting, you fix the role takers with a backup for next week. When you're taking a role taker with a backup for next week, you have ensured that the members are taken care, or the role takers are identified, and the agenda is published well ahead of time. So, any questions, Mr. Sanjeev? Okay. Feel free to
said,
ask.
No, do all the mistakes you can do in Toastmasters, safest place. So just I was kind of I felt humorous about it. So
okay.
I just conveyed it. That's it. Thank you.
Only related to Toastmasters I told. So please refrain from political mistake, religious mistakes, and the last mistake. Okay. So that you don't do it here. Definitely you have an opportunity to relate it to role. So somebody will be sweeping what I call show red card before green card. All those things can happen. It's possible. And you can invite the speaker before the speech evaluator. A lot of things can happen. And we can learn and have fun. That is all. So that way, empowering them to identify the role takers would be a great way to plan, right? So that is one thing which you guys can do. And next one is about building and maintaining the clubs. Maintain at least 20 members. So 20 members is a very, very tricky number. So why we need 20 members? Can anyone tell why we need 20 members? Can anyone tell why we need 20 members? I see a lot of people, 62 people are there. Others are listening or not. How do we get a feedback? So can I pull out some names? My favorite letter is yes. So I'm going to call someone with starting with yes. Is that okay? Swapnil Datta. Okay. What is the question? Mita M. Shah, please go ahead.
So we need the club officers, excoms, associates, as well as the role takers. So that only will become already nearly 15 members we require. Evaluators.
Excellent. So there isn't standard statistics. How many members typically attend in a Toastmaster meeting? It ranges between 65 to 80% of that people only will attend a Toastmasters meeting. If there is an 100% attendance, you tell me, I'll come and recognize from region. Okay. 100% attendance, I will recognize. Okay. 65 to 80%, 85%. The rest will be there. I'm talking only about members. So that is a primary reason. At least 20 means somewhere 65, 80 means 13, 14 people are there. So someone has mentioned correctly, there are some 10 role takers, 3 tag members, GE, 1 Toastmaster a day, 5 people have gone there. And 1 speaker, 1 speech evaluator, 7. And 1 table topic master, 8. And some other role, say SAA or a linguist, or depending upon the club, what you have, additional role 10. 10 people should be there, and audience should be there, 3 members. someone to clap and someone to show hands. In online mode, at least if they are there, I'm very happy to see 62 people here. I was asking Vidyut, hey, how many people will come? Will it be very 20 or 30? No, sir. I have assured some 50 people are there or not. I do not know whether he has used some chat GPT or some artificial intelligence to create some names and populate in the screen. But I believe they're all real peoples, possibly. And that's what, because tech guys, they can do anything, right? So I believe that real human beings are there in the boxes, what we are seeing. So that is where we need to have at least 20 members for a club to run successfully. And you need to have this continuously. And that is more important for you to sustain in the long run. So when you have this membership building culture, and you will have new perspectives and you are empowering new individuals. The Toastmasters mission is that empower individuals become more communicative and expressive in their own journeys, right? So that is where you are helping others. It's definitely not in multiple, what do you call, MLM. It is not an MLM, you add one person. It's not so. It is just in helping others. So that is where your leadership comes, and you need to build and maintain that throughout. So when you get that, you have a strong leadership base. So you will have a continuous pool of members who take leadership role, and you bring new personalities coming into your club, new ideas coming into club, and you have interesting and fun club meeting. So that is more important. And ultimately, who wants to come and sit for a meeting throughout crying? Is there any meeting you want to sit and cry? I don't want to sit and cry. I can hear 5 to 7 minutes emotional speech, I can listen, but not my table topics. I can cry with them. So there will be stories will be there. They are emotional. I can see that. Satyajit Ray films you can see. That's good films. But how many films continuously you can see? Right? If you are seeing that, not to disrespect that most per se famous personality, but it is very difficult. Continuously you see that kind of an emotions, and we are here to learn, and the learning happens when there is a moment of enjoyment and entertainment. That is where you need to have that. For that, you need to bring some kind of a fresh element. So we have a continuous churn of people in our clubs. At any point of time, some young guy, you will be bringing with a lot of ideas. Hey, can we do ulta reverse meeting? So yesterday we had a reverse meeting in our club. Very funny. So we are giving the title to that. We are giving the evaluation to the person who is going to speak. We do not know what we were going to give, but we gave the evaluation to that particular person. So it was very interesting, and that person spoke according to the evaluation. So that is one fresh thought. So like that, you will get fresh ideas in terms of marketing or PR. You get fresh ideas in terms of planning your meeting venues when you are having different sergeant at arms. Sometimes a few months back, one club went to Kaban Park to have a meeting. I was wondering. So they told, I was wondering, they have already told you cannot bring dogs. I was wondering, all the clubs go to club, they'll also think we don't bring Toastmasters here. If they say it will be a big challenge for us. But it's interesting to note that we have different venue ideas coming up from people. And we had one time, we had it in one of the coffee day in one of the venues as a venue. And we had very good time spending time with, because our club is very small, 10 people only. You can sit it in 2 tables fully together. And we had good fun over a cup of coffee for 2.5 hours. So it's all possible in terms of bringing fresh ideas. You will get new ideas to conduct your club meetings. And that is where building a membership continuous basis very, very important. And as a club mentor, you need to emphasize that throughout. So the next one is you need to have this closely working with your membership and PR. You need to have the club membership contest, and then online membership, or how do you build online members? Some people may be willing to join your club through various means, right? Say they may be an ex-club member in your own club. So they want to continue their membership. How do you support them? So that is all you can explore, and you can use Speechcraft as a medium to conduct your club building activity. And you can recognize them with membership sponsors, and you can follow up the Toastmasters membership building campaigns like Smedley Award, Talk Up Toastmasters, Beat the Clock. So any club in this, have they achieved the first one, Smedley Award so far, adding some new members in August? I want to give a recognition to them. Malvika, very good, excellent. Satrajit, can you name your clubs, please? You can unmute.
It's the Talk Magic Toastmasters Club.
Talk Magic
Rock.
Toastmaster, excellent.
Rock the talk.
Satrajit,
Rock the talk.
rock the talk, and Talk Magic. I really appreciate you guys building in the Smedley. We were thinking, because we are beating the clock actually in August, in July, right? We are beating the clock. For, the original membership campaign comes in May, but we have beaten the clock in July timeframe to utilize that $45 opportunity. And I appreciate Talk Magic and Rock the Talk for bringing members in this period. I appreciate that. So that is all popular way of encouraging your team to bring new members and strengthen your club. So ensure that you recognize them as an best sponsor, or whoever is bringing members, recognize them with that simple recognitions which you can initiate in your club. And club mentors should tell that there is an opportunity to build your membership through these 3 campaigns. Okay. So the benefits I told earlier, you need to attract new members, continuously give opportunity for new individuals, and your club operates more efficiently, because you need to have a continuous stream of members who can take, continuous stream of officers who can support your journey. It is not possible. So why someone leaves their club? Sometimes the club officer role becomes a burden. How many of you agree to that particular statement? Club officer role becomes a kind of a burden at some point of time when they have a repeated requirement of, hey, you need to take the role next time. So Prashant TK is agreeing. So that is where he is going from one area director to other area director, continuously supporting. That's a good thing. So sometimes we will not get bored, and we have different perspectives on that. But when we have that kind of a challenge, we need to bring new people who can support in our club sustenance. So club sustenance depend on club offices, and club offices sustenance depends on members. So if the continuous chain is not established, a new pool of people are not pumped into this chain, it will be very difficult for you to sustain your club. So that is one thing which you may need to emphasize as an club mentor, that you need to continuously attract new members. Okay. Member retention, there is no question about importance of longevity and performance. And I'll ask Toastmaster Venu, how many years you are there in your club, sir?
4 years.
4 years now, right? So anyone greater than 4 years in the same club? Rajesh, okay. Yeah, some hands go up. Karthikeyan, yeah. So it's very difficult to have such a kind of a longevity. In Toastmasters, 3 years is a very good period. 3 years is very good period for someone to have it in a club. After 3 years, they migrate to a different club, different choices they make. Even in our companies, right, we have an attrition in 3 years, 2 years time. So they have, no, 3 years. I have spent 3 years. For us, our father, our uncles have taught us, you need to spend 5 years at least to get your gratuity. You spend in 5 years, but then now, no. For gratuity, who cares? We'll get something else. With that, we'll cover it in the joining bonus or increment percentage that we will get. So we have a loyalty, and we have an kind of a give it back to the club, which has helped us in our growth. So members who are having long service definitely add value to that club, and they bring a kind of a perspective on how it was charted, and they maintain the culture of that particular club. Please note, every club is having a unique culture, and they maintain that particular club, and they support. So having that members in long term is very important. And I would request you to emphasize, as a club mentor, you emphasize that particular point all the time about having longevity. And who is responsible for retention? Who is responsible for retention?
Every member of the club.
Every member of the club. Here it is written, everyone is responsible. Every member of the club is responsible for retention. The reason is, if you don't join the club as a member, as a guest, if you are there as a guest, then the person will feel comfortable. Hey, there are at least 9 people were there in the meeting today. And if you don't have the 9th member, it is very difficult. Oh, if you are not there, the one person less, it's around 8. Now, 4 people will be taking roles and one person will be delivering speech, one person will be evaluating, and the audience is 1. I am speaking for this one member. So that kind of a question comes in. So it is everyone's responsibility to retain members, and everyone should help in growing and in the support of growing others' journey. So that is where you need to look at it. And as a club mentor, you need to emphasize on using the Distinguished Club Program and Club Success Plan. So how many of you have created the Club Success Plan? So it's a very basic question I might be asking. There was an independent policy also they would have given. Some of your area directors may be acknowledging. Yeah, we know that. So it is very important for you guys to have the area success plan and club success plan. And the club success plan is a document where all the members and ExCom agree upon to say that what you are going to do for the club in the next few months. Typically, it is in 6 months document where the new club officers take charge and then they recreate that. Or some clubs, they have it for 1 year, and you can create that for your success, and you can create that for your own progress reviews. It is an agreed gentleman and woman, gentle ladies agreement, right? So it is kind of everyone come together and then agree, saying that, hey, we all agree to this particular plan. We will ensure that we will achieve these goals. This is the person who will achieve this goal, and this is what we will do, and this is the time frame we are going to achieve it. When you are doing all, what it gives is gives a motivation to yourself. Hey, we are tracking the progress, and then we are going on the right track. That's what it gives. Without a plan, you are planning to fail. So that is what it is, correct? So without a plan, you are planning to fail, and your club's success may not be achieved. So you may need to align it with the district goals, and district goals are very clearly mentioned. Our distinguished club, our president distinguished club, split of 92, or your Fast 5, or different awards which the district has initiated. Those goals you can see how we will achieve this award and how will we gain there. See, please note, I always say this in multiple forums. So there is a result measure and there are some driver measures. So suppose if you are traveling from here to Mysore, so you can travel in 1 hour and 20 minutes, or sorry, 2 hours you can travel, considering various tolls and other things, correct? So now how do you measure your progress to Mysore? In between, you check your odometer and then or your indicator where you will check, hey, have I traveled this distance? Have I traveled this distance? Okay, now Ramnagara has come, first milestone. Channapatna has come, next second milestone. Srirangapatna. Like that, every Patna you count, and then that is where you see that you have reached your destination, correct? In our Toastmasters journey, these small initiatives, what the district has done, it's all the driver measures. When you are driving with those measures, when the initiatives are indicated and they are rolled out, it's all driver measures which will help you to reach the president distinguished club status, and your club becomes successful or excellent. So you need to follow those in true spirit and utilize those opportunities for taking your club to the next level. So the club success plan and distinguished club program will definitely help you in terms of taking you in the right direction. So this is a mentor checklist which is rolled out by District 92 for 6 months period. What is that commitment is required from you? So every week, 6 months, there is a targeted action. So the first one, a yellow color one indicate educational session, grade out club meetings, and the third one is a mark contest. So for 6 months period, you look at this calendar, a simple checklist. Kudos to CGD team, Vidyut and his team, where they have come out with this beautiful chart, which will help you in terms of keeping a track of what you are doing. Toastmasters is all about structure, and this is one more value add from our district to give that structure and value addition, right? So it is available with them, and they will be sharing out to all the club mentors. I'm sure about that, and you can utilize that for your tracking your own progress and helping the club to be successful. So by end of 6th week, end of 6th month, and 4th week, you should be in a position to celebrate your success by achieving the 5 DCP goals and giving the club giving the farewell to your mentors. So that is how you need to sign off in style. So please utilize this checklist for 6 months period, and it will help you in your journey. As a summary, you need to be having the preparation all the time, and you need to plan with your VP education or the president of the club, and you should have patience. You cannot expect an delivery in 10 months. In 6 months. You may need to have patience. Within 6 to 10 months, the delivery can happen. That means when I say that a club which is chartered, you cannot expect that they perform in the same way like any other club. Some clubs are very, 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 very strong, and they will be coming out with a lot of energy and passion. They will be going to places in a shorter duration. Some clubs will take time. It all depends on the leadership, that kind of an educational background they have, the kind of support system they have in their organization. It all has multiple factors. So you may need to have that kind of a passion, which will help you to survive in this journey of club mentoring. So in summary, have that plan in your mind that you are going to spend at least 1 year with this club. That way, it will, even though you are called to support 6 months, but there may be a hand-holding that may be required beyond that period. And recognize the people who are there to support, who are supporting you to achieve your goals, and recommend them for various rewards, and also recommend any person who's having the capability of leading the club or area or district accordingly. So this is all the one which a club mentor should do, and it will be helpful for him as a kind of a growing leader. I believe that club mentoring is kind of you are going to be a CEO, right? You are going to create exciting opportunities. This is what I say. CEO stands for creating exciting opportunities for others. And you will be creating a lot of opportunities for others by means of taking a club mentor role. You, as a focal point, you'll be interacting with multiple team, multiple members, and you are going to see something as a startup. Your startup is successful, and you are going to go for the funding. That funding will be taken care by others in their own organization, right? So that is all about club mentoring. And any questions, I'll be happy to support in the time, if you have time, Sumaya and Rajesh.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Boopathy, sir. After hearing both your sessions, I think I know what is my next leadership role. I want to create exciting opportunities. Probably club coach is one opportunity I would like to explore. So folks, we have 3 minutes. I would request all of you, if you have any questions, please go ahead, take this opportunity to ask the distinguished Toastmaster Boopathy on club mentoring or club coaching. Over the chat as well, please put in your questions.
If you guys don't ask a question, I will ask a question to check whether my communication is very clear or not.
Boopathy, I have a basic question.
Yes, Karthik.
For this, being a club mentor, why not for the existing clubs? Why only for new clubs? Is it being acknowledged for a DTM, or it can be a existing club? You can become a mentor. And if it is all a mentor, what is the duration of the mentorship that has to be given?
Yeah, existing club doesn't come under mentor program. If the club has less than 12 members, we have a club coach program. So where the club coach, that is a journey totally different, that will come into picture. The existing club between 13 to 20 is the typical struggle point, and where continuously members will come and go, and we'll have a challenge. For that, District 92, typically they had club incubation centers, and we support them for a short-term support. They need a small nudge for 6 weeks or 8 weeks time. So they supported with the club incubation center. And I'm not sure whether that is still being continued in District 92. If that is there, that small support can continue for clubs. So as per TA, the club mentors are all for new clubs only, and the credit is given for new clubs only. For any weak clubs, we have a program called Club Coach when the membership is less than 12. And if anything greater than 12, if the club needs some kind of a support, there is a club incubation center program from District 92 and other districts as well.
Mr. Boopathy, there's a question on the chat as well. Do club mentor need to attend the mentoring club meetings, or can connect with the club ExCom regularly to understand the pulse of the meetings and guide accordingly?
No, you need to attend the meeting. See, the virtual connect, it is very, very dangerous, because you may not get the first-hand experience or first-hand input on how the club is running. So you need to physically or virtually, you need to be present and see that how that club has supported. And you can take some roles like a general evaluator or speech evaluator as well, and see how the club is conducting their meetings. It is very important for you to know the members as well, right? The best way is to get involved with them shoulder to shoulder in terms of attending their meeting, taking the roles together with them, and you be vulnerable for some questions as well. So you take table topics also, then you will know where you are standing, correct? So that is where it is very important for you to attend the meetings, and then you need to mentor them.
Thank you. Can we have one last question? It's 11:48. There's one more on the chat.
Is there one more on the chat? Be a club mentor and mentoring the club with sound.
Oh, that's a big question.
Yes, very good, very good question. Say, if people with the different two different kids, they will have always this problem. At least I have this problem. So my son and daughter, they have their own ways of expecting certain things, and their expectations need to be fulfilled. So as I told you, right, in the beginning, it's kind of driving in with a learner, and you need to drive with that learner. Imagine you are going in a narrow lane. There are many narrow lanes in Bangalore. You can figure it out. You are sitting next to that learner and you are driving. In front of you, there is a cattle herd that is moving around. Cattle, right? Cows are going in front of you. And there is a tipper lorry which goes with full load. So now you are driving behind this particular vehicle. So how do you help this learner to drive this? It is very challenging. You have multiple challenges posed in front of you, and then there is a long traffic in behind your vehicle. And as a coach or as a mentor who is trying to tell the learner next to you, you have to adjust your style based on that particular situation. So that I rightly said, Prashant said the correct thing. So the two mentors over we have added, that is going to help divide and rule. You are going to handle 3 people. Okay, all the tough people you give it to Venu, and only the easy ones you give it to Boopathy. That is all you need to do. And that way you can manage. Or sometimes your interest levels matches very well. See, I always seen this in companies, in organizations. The smokers go together easily. Some from different groups, they go easily together. The smokers and then people who have a different interests, they go together very easily. Traveling, hike, correct? So when you have two people to support, definitely you will have an ability to mentor them, and you need not worry about whether they heed their request or your inputs. Sometimes they may not heed. They need not heed as well. That is also there, because you may not be right all the time. That is also there. So that is where, as a team, you may need to work. So if you remember the first statement, no, it takes a village to raise one person individual. So it is like that. It is not that only one individual who is going to do this. It's going to be a kind of a team which is going to support the entire journey. So hope that addresses your question, Karthikeyan.